Another thing that was sad was tournament day. Okay. So, basically, allow me to explain. I competed in NAIC. I don't know if you guys know, but I competed and we play our first round. Oh, also there's like a whole intro ceremony, a jazz band and singers. And it was really cool. Except it's very hard to enjoy it when you're staring down your opponent and your opponent is staring you down. Okay. And you're like trying to like relax and like enjoy the show, but you're all sitting down across your opponent and like trying to be like conversational, but really stressed out. But we play our first match. Okay. I win the game. I'm like, nice. I win the set 2-1. I get up. Freaking Wolf is right to my left. He's like, I see you have a winning slip. And I was like, yes, I do. So we're walking to deliver our winning slips together. I'm undefeated at NAIC. It's awesome. Round 2 comes around. We play it. I freaking lose. Okay, I get owned, destroyed. Not even close. It was terrible. Game 3 comes around. Sorry for spoilers, but it's relevant to like the experience. Game 3 comes around. I 2-0 my opponent. Boom, boom. Okay. So I'm like 2-1 at this point. My opponent signs my like winning slip and then looks at me. Oh, looks at my team sheet. Okay, this is my team sheet. Looks at my team sheet and says, wow, like the Choice Scarf Protect tech is like crazy. And I was like, what the hell are you talking about? Nobody runs Choice Scarf Protect. Like that's actually just like, what? And if you guys don't know what Choice Scarf does, it like times 1.5 your speed, but it locks you into a move. Okay, that's why you would never use Protect on it because you don't want to be locked on the field with Protect, right? You use it offensively. So I was like, what are you talking about? And they're like, yeah, like, can you explain the tech and like the decision behind using Choice Scarf Protect? I'm just curious. And I was like, I'm not running that. And they're like, yes, you are. And they're like, show me my team sheet. Okay. Yeah, it says it. Choice Scarf Protect, right? You see it, right? My Basket Legion. So I was like, that's wrong. And then they're like, oh. And I went, oh. So they're like, should we call a judge? And I was like, yeah, I'm getting freaking disqualified from this entire tournament. Yeah, let's call a judge. So we called a judge and I explained. I was like, I turned in my sheet wrong last night because I submitted it. And not to blame Abe, but it's entirely Abe's fault, okay? Because we had some friends over until kind of late. Not even that, like 11 o'clock, people leave. And Abe starts submitting his team at the speed of light. He's like spamming his team. He's like, all right, I think I'm done. And it's making me panic. Like I'm trying to submit my team. Like usually we're chill about it, but you're going at it at like this 5 times. Like, why were you so fast? Okay, so I couldn't calmly submit my team. I was getting like FOMO that everyone was gonna go to sleep. So I just start submitting my moves and teams, and I don't double check anything. Oh no, it's my fault. I just want to blame Abe. Okay, so I didn't double check anything, and also my Garchomp in game that I was competing with was running a Roselli Berry, which is like it like what does it do? It like halves damage. Like the first attack a fairy move does, it like halves the damage. But this one says citrus berry. So I was like, wait, how many team sheet errors do I have? So the judge comes over and he's like, okay, here's how we're going to solve this. Game 1, did you bring the Garchomp or the Basket Legion? I said, no, I actually left those 2 behind. He's like, okay, we're going to keep your win for that match. I was like, oh, thank God. And they're like, game 2, did you bring the Basket Legion or the Garchomp? I said, I brought the Basket Legion. They're like, all right, that's a loss. We're going to get, because you ran an illegal Pokemon, something like you didn't have. I was like, what? A loss? And then, so we're going to give it to them. Okay, so you're going to rematch game 3 now. It's like you have 1-1, but here's the thing, Leslie, you need to change your team to this, to match this. And I was like, so I got to run Protect on my Choice Scarf Basket Legion? He's like, yes, you do. And I was like, but that's It's not EV'd properly. He's like, I was like, okay. So then it was really obvious. I felt like it was really obvious in that game I was going to drop the Basket Legion and drop the Chomp, which I did. And then my opponent was able to prepare for like that really properly. And then I lost. So anyways, I lost the next game and I went on a freaking, I was raging after that. Okay, it was very hard to play because, so then they send to me, they're like, not that we think you're cheating now, but you do need to get your entire team double checked. All the EVs and everything will be checked with the judges. And I was like, I understand. I felt like I felt like a bad person. I was like, okay, yes, understood. So they send me, they take my Switch, they give me a pager, and they double check all of my Pokemon, all the EVs, make sure that it's not just these. They make sure I don't have all these like boxes and I'm switching Pokemon around. Comes out clean, and then they tell me, hey, so you can keep playing, but you will have to run this for the rest of the tournament. And I was like, but I can't do that. That's horrible. I'm not gonna run Choice Scarf Protect Basculegion. And they're like, you can appeal this. And I said, I'd like to appeal it. I would like to appeal this, please. And so I appeal it, and they're like, cool. So they have the head judge come over not 30 seconds later and say, sorry, no appeal. I was like, wow, that was a really fast like rejection. Are you sure? And they're like, there is no appealing this. Yeah. And I went, all right. Okay, thank you. So at least I got like the answer really fast. And then from there was just a decision to run the team. I wanted to drop out so bad. I played the next game, and my Basculegion, so before it has like a thing called Mystic Water, which like adds attack, or like makes the water moves hit harder. I like barely like miss killing one of their Pokemon. And then the guy, as I'm attacking, goes, oh my God, does that Oko? Like the wave crash? And it didn't. And he's like, whew. And I was like, wow. Like, well, with what Mystic Water, it would in my head. Anyway, so I was depressed after that. And then I started shaking, started misclicking moves. Then the guy comments again. He's like, are you throwing? He literally asked me if I was throwing the game. But like, because of like, it was reasonable because I misinputted 2 times. Like I couldn't pick my moves because I was so nervous. But he goes, what are you doing? You're throwing. And I was like, no, I'm not. And then that made me play weird. Anyway, so then, you know, it is what it is. No, it was bad. It was my fault. And then like when I'm telling the judge, like I'm like beating myself up. I'm like, at the end of the day, you know, it's my fault. And then he goes, it is. I was like, okay, you don't have to say it. But yeah, it was my fault. So you need to double check. If you're competing in these tournaments, please double check your stuff. Like I just didn't. This is a second team sheet error I have had, or like my failure 2 times out of 6. I forgot to submit my team sheet properly. And it has caused me deep embarrassment. One time on the main stage broadcast, and this time just at NAIC, you know? So yeah, that was fun. Okay, other than that, we are going to be playing. Oh, it's good to be back. I hope everybody had a good day. Oh, also, we got to go to Bourbon Street. I don't know. Everyone who told me to go to Bourbon Street, I did not know it was that crazy. There's a street in New Orleans that's like insane. It's just like it's crazy. It's crazy. I don't think I've ever been to a place like this. It's just like there's like a whole like blocks and blocks of just people partying. And